No beatboxers in the booth.
Dollar bills, yo.
Hey, you know, that's a
Altoids and dollar bills, right? These are mine from last week, aren't they?
They are.
This is the Hype Podcast. I'm the host with no name.
I'm DJ Oh So Fresh.
We're kicking it with you every single week right here on the Hype. And we got a fantastic show, don't you know? And holy smokes.
I've never heard you describe a show as fantastic.
It's fantastic.
What the fuck is fantastic
because the Clippers were down by 30, and now they're within 2 of the Golden State Warriors.
That's how you make our shows timeless, by talking about things that are happening right now.
Hey.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Take a picture next to a newspaper so you can prove like this fucking happened?
Shit, only me and the murderer know.
Yeah, there you go.
We got an outstanding 5 minutes of funk. Speaking of timeless moments, we're going to get into Tiger Woods. We're going to get into another moment in history. Trump and Cher actually have the same opinion.
Do you believe in life after Trump?
We're going to talk about the new black hole photos and another black hole that's sucking people in on TV today. And today on the Hype, I have a devastating decision to make.
I don't
know what I'm going to do.
It's tough. I'm glad that you came to me for a little bit of counsel, and I will help you out in making this big decision.
We're gonna put up some diagrams. We're gonna look at cost to revenue.
It's
procedures.
You're gonna keep the baby.
We here at the Hype Podcast are not pro-abortion, and if you agree,
what do you mean not pro-abortion?
You can hit us up on the Hype line. It's 503-776-0167, and I'm lying. We're not any of that. We're not pro or for or against anything.
Hey, you do whatever the hell you want to do. When Diesel Fresh comes through, I'll give you a ride to the clinic, girl. If we had a mishap like that, I'd give you a ride to the clinic. I always ride safe. I never ride dirty. But if just in case there's a bust after I bust, then I'm going to go ahead and give you a free ride to the clinic. I don't know if I'll split the cost or not, but at least I'll give you a ride to the clinic.
Are you going to require gas money?
I just might. Girl, because gas prices are something serious right now. So I don't want to burden myself with having to chip in on the gas to get you there.
Diesel Fresh, I'm glad you showed up because I have a question while you're here. Does Diesel Fresh only pump diesel? Or is he a regular gas kind of man as well?
Well, I have to say for myself, sir, as Diesel Fresh, I have to say for myself that when I pull up to the station, I get premium.
Okay, so you're a premium lad.
Premium. Now that that I like to get it unleaded.
now when you fill up, you ever get any spillage?
I give the fill ups. And if the spillage, I gotta take you to the damn clinic.
Well, no, I'm saying,
all right, yeah, because baby, if there's ever spillage, like I said, if it busts after I bust, we gotta hit the clinic, girl.
Okay, you need to put Diesel Fresh back in the cage.
I don't understand why you asking about what Diesel Fresh, how he gets fucking gas. You should be asking that dude about some Kama Sutra shit. He's talking about how do you get gas?
Why?
What burritos? Are you lactose intolerant? Dude, why even bring out that freaking persona if you're gonna be like, oh yeah, are you lactose intolerant? Do you give out more gas than you get?
First of all, don't ever tell anybody that I bring out the Diesel Fresh. Secondly, you just told me right before the show that if I need to know anything about Kama Sutra, I should be watching Game of Thrones. Now, I don't buy either of those two comments.
If you want to know anything about incest, you should be watching Game of Thrones. If you want to know anything about sibling on sibling rape, you should watch Game of Thrones.
You've just broken rule number 1 of the Hype Podcast.
Ooh.
And I forgive you. Just this once, because
I just have to give you a reminder. There are 2 rules to the Hype Podcast.
Which are?
We do not talk about rape, and we do not talk about cancer.
There we go. We don't make fun of those 2 things much.
Yeah, because honestly, we have a whole bunch of shit to talk about, a whole bunch of other shit. So Game of Thrones, I am a fan. And I was too tired last night to watch Game of Thrones.
What do you mean? What time's it come on?
It comes on at like 10.
Really?
I had to be up at...
Dude, that's way too late.
I had to be up at 4.
I don't watch it at all, but you should still put that shit on at like 7 p.m. at least.
You know, I will bootleg it later.
Can you bootleg it?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
how do you bootleg that shit?
I'm not going to tell you.
Will you tell me off air?
I'll tell you off air how to bootleg that shit. But I will bootleg in HD. Not that barbershop shit. Not that low grade.
Not DV, splicing into your neighbor's cable type of shit.
No splicing, and there won't be any Japan writing on it.
No Korean subtitles.
No Japan writing.
No, so
is that racist for me to describe their language like that? It's like, oh, Japan writing.
That Japan writing. No, I don't know if you say it like that. Maybe because Larry yelled at me last week about the porch comment when I told you to get back on the porch and go smoke a cigarette. I don't know what he was implying, but
are you implying that this man was calling me a porch monkey?
Yeah, I was going to say it felt a bit racist the way Larry was laying that on.
Yeah, because you always say racist stuff to me.
Yeah, I mean,
like I told you earlier, don't make me test that karate. You don't say no racist shit to me on this fucking show.
That comment earlier was not racist by any stretch of the imagination. I was merely putting together a scenario that is a stigma for women and that is not for men. But we'll get into that another time. Tell me, what is the scoop with this last season of Game of Thrones? Is it the entire saga, or is it just this last season?
So for me, Game of Thrones, this is the last season, and for me, Game of Thrones, I didn't think I got into like 4 seasons deep.
Okay.
And I thought, you know what? I don't want to watch this shit because I don't feel like my people are properly represented on this show.
Your people?
That's why white people make medieval shows, so they don't have to put black people on them. Seriously. You ever think about that? I mean, there's a shitload of medieval shows. Vikings, they were thinking about casting black guys when they did Vikings.
You know why that is, right? Because black people don't give a shit about fucking war.
Well, yeah. Well,
you guys don't like white people. We're just all gun ho.
Well, hey,
like, let's go hack shit up with axes.
Maybe I wanted to know what was happening in Africa in these medieval times.
Then you should make a show about that. When
the technology is the same as where everybody had the same technology, because now Africa lives in the Game of Thrones era, and Europe is like going to outer space.
In Africa during that time, they were still using like rocks as hammers. I'm pretty sure.
No, they were fine.
No,
Egypt's in Africa. No, they're fine. Remember that
they're still building pyramids and shit.
Remember that white man. Egypt was in Africa. So
he said, remember that white man.
Because motherfuckers like to separate Egypt from Africa. No. All that Jesus shit happened right next to Africa. Remember that. The Garden of Eden is supposedly in Africa. So some shit happened down there. But
some real shit happened down there.
But, you know, when you guys when one part of the world advanced a little further, a little faster than the rest.
You know what blows me away is why on Earth, and actually why in any scenario in any universe, do movies often portray like Egypt, Middle East, Africa with white people? What do they call
it? They got a term for that. I can't
whitewashing?
Yeah, whitewashing.
Yeah, why do they do that?
I don't know, but Elizabeth Taylor looked good as Cleopatra.
Yeah, she did.
She did. No, I mean, I ain't even chasing them like that. I mean, dude, it's rare I see something in a '60s movie where I'm like, damn, but listen,
like, damn.
But I think that movie was like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was about 3 hours. Little score update. LA Clippers are now up by 2 on the Golden State Warriors.
This shouldn't be happening.
It should not be happening. No, but so I heard this fascinating story not too long ago, and I wanted to get your take on it since you brought up Africa, Garden of Eden, etc. So, Ben Shapiro, you know who Ben Shapiro is?
Yeah, he's a conservative guy, right?
Yeah. So he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he told an interesting story about he's a full-blown Orthodox Jew, and he was explaining.
Oh, Shapiro.
Yeah, he was just explaining his religion, and he tells the story like the Jesus story because Joe asked him about it, and he says they don't believe in Jesus as a Messiah, anything like that.
No, he's just a prophet.
Yeah, they don't believe any of that. They believe that he was just a Jew who rebelled against the empire and he was killed for it. Apparently, thousands of people had the same thing happen to him. Like, crucifixions were just like an everyday thing back then.
Oh, it wasn't no biggie.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not there, but the narrative they lay out in the Bible, it was like, yeah, this is...
Yeah, like a regular Tuesday. Yeah.
And the people chose to have him crucified. It was like,
it was weird.
They were like, yeah, I can let him go. He was like, they were like, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, as we get close to Easter, this is so fucking funny that you...
That's true, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they had the opt-out clause. They could have been like, dude, that's totally the Son of God. That'd be totally fucked up for you to put him on a cross and crucify him.
Yeah.
No, they were like, him. I think they let a thief go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they were like either Jesus or this thief, and they were like, "Fucking get that Jesus guy,
dude." That blows me
running
away.
around doing miracles, loaves and fishes, turning water
walking on water and shit,
water to wine. Nah, that guy has to fucking go. It reminds me of that song in the '90s. What if God was one of us?
Right. Yeah. What if God was one of us?
Yeah, I mean, real deal. I mean, that guy doing miracles. Nah, fuck him. Put him on a cross.
But no, okay, so that leads me to this next question, since we're talking about the era of Africa and Egypt and things like that. Doesn't that give the argument that Jesus was not white?
Yeah, it does give the argument.
Yeah, I mean, like a full-blown argument. And I get it, like the whole, kind of whitewashing thing. But I've never heard any narrative that leads me to believe that Jesus was of color.
Here's another angle. How is it really whitewashing if nobody's of colors never portrayed him? I mean,
I've never heard a narrative of that.
No, I'm just saying, no, but you think about it, especially media-wise, movie-wise, especially American movie-wise. If nobody of color has ever portrayed him, you're not really whitewashing him, because that's the way he's been portrayed as a fictional character on screen the whole time he's been on screen. So you're not really whitewashing it. It's not like you took a character that was traditionally another color. No, he's been white since the first time he appeared in an American movie. You know that. Man, well, you know them white folks wasn't gonna let no black Jesus back in. So, I'm sure Jesus' first movie was like in a silent film era or something. They probably put up scriptures in between the frames, and that wasn't no black motherfucker up there. There wasn't no Al Jolson in blackface playing Jesus. That was not what was going down.
If you could pick one actor to play Jesus, who would it be? I have one in mind. I'll give you mine after you give me yours.
Samuel Jackson.
Ooh, that's a good one. I was gonna go with Al Pacino.
But he's white.
Is he? No, he's not white.
White
He's
enough.
like Cuban.
White enough. He's not Cuban.
What is he? He's not white. I think
he's like Italian. No,
is he
Italian?
played
a Cuban.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's
because Robert De Niro's Irish.
Is he really? Robert De Niro looks Mexican.
Yeah, he's totally freaking Irish.
Speaking of Mexican, let's get into a bilingual or / biracial, whatever you want to call him, individual who just fucking stunned the sports world. Check it out. Here's the 5 minutes of funk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
First up in the sports world, Tiger Woods is back in action, baby, and he took the Masters of 2019.
After a 15-year hiatus, he comes back.
15 years, not so much. 15 years since his last Masters appearance. He won the U.S. Open in 2008. So, 11 years since his last major championship, roughly 15 years since his last Masters win. You know what I want to know is, who the hell cares?
2008. Thanks, Obama.
He's got 5 green jackets. You can only wear 1 green jacket at a time.
Here's the major deal. This guy comes in 97, dominates.
Okay.
For about a 10-year stretch.
Now, how old is he? He's your age.
Yeah, he's like in his late 30s, early 40s.
Okay.
Dominates for a 10-year stretch. Like, nobody can touch this guy. And he's black. Dominates for a 10-year stretch.
He's half Asian.
Nobody counts that. If you got a drop of black, it's America. Nobody fucking counts that shit. So he dominates for 10 years straight.
Uh-huh.
Then gets in trouble with the Swedish wife for messing around. Because Tiger, I don't know if you know what went down with Tiger.
130 different women, I know.
Yeah, Tiger was banging everything moving. Like he was.
And then you took away all his toys and his back went out.
I think she beat him with a golf club. Seriously, because he didn't start having all those problems until he got caught. And she totally ran him out the house.
Dude.
No, but it is a major accomplishment because in no other sport have you ever seen somebody be dominant for 10 years, then go lackluster for about 11. Like Tiger was trying. Tiger was out there. Tiger was trying to win shit, and Tiger was losing. Come back 11 years later. I think the only other guy you could think of was maybe George Foreman, but he went on to sell grills. So what's Tiger going to sell?
All I know is Tiger wasn't looking this good during the Obama era. Thanks, Donald Trump. Phew. Next up, we got politics. Speaking of Donald Trump, for the first time in I think the history of ever, Donald Trump applauds Cher. He gave her a standing O.
Do you believe in life after Trump?
No, she sent this tweet basically saying she agrees with Trump on his immigration policy because there is so many people, approximately 50,000 homeless people, veterans and non-veterans alike, in the city of Los Angeles. They're not even equipped to take care of them, let alone let more people in there.
Yeah, but these immigrants want to work. I work downtown with homeless motherfuckers. They don't want to work. Like that dude stands outside the store saying, "Hey, I need $3 for a cheeseburger." Where are you gonna get a fucking cheeseburger for $3?
McDonald's.
He's in a wheelchair. He can't get there. I didn't want to bring up that fact, but he's in a wheelchair. There's no McDonald's close to my job. It'd be $10 worth of effort just to get to the McDonald's and spend the $3 on a cheeseburger.
I wonder if he can go through the drive-thru in a wheelchair.
It is not allowed to go through drive-thru in a wheelchair because I tried to do it on a bike many times.
Next up, we got entertainment. And as we previously mentioned, Game of Thrones is back, and I say, who cares? Because Jay-Z is out here setting up $15 million trusts for Nipsey Hustle's family.
Okay, let's get this straight. The great Nipsey Hustle. I mean, the great. I don't know. I ain't really fuck with him like that.
Sir Nipsey Hustle.
Nipsey Hustle was just laid to rest this week at the Staples Center. Everybody attended. Jay-Z snuck in. But what you do not know is this was just a plant. This is fake news.
What? What's fake news?
This whole story of Jay-Z setting up a $15 million trust for Nipsey Hussle's kids. It was first published on April 4th, right after Nipsey's death, on a site that everybody calls fake news. Now, the problem is, they say this story, specifically this story, was shared 2,200 times. To get to you, it was probably shared about 1 million times.
Had to have been.
Facebook flagged it as part of their social media's combat. Their social media platform's effort to combat fake news.
Damn, I thought Jay-Z was just like slanging dollars at people. I was going to write him a letter asking for a little trust fund. What
are you going to ask him for?
Yeah, just $1 million. Just a cold $1 million.
I mean, if I could ask Jay-Z for anything, I'd ask him for Beyonce. Hey!
Next up in local news, we here at the Hype Podcast are officially part of Xray FM's podcast community.
Woo! Drop a bomb on them.
Where can they check that out at?
They can check it out at xraypod.com.
That's xraypod.com.
There's a lot of other shows on there. We're just joining the network. It's great to be heard.
Yeah, and we're not officially up as of yet. We just submitted all of our info, logos, banners, etc.
We're lazy. It took a while.
And I have to admit, I played myself up rather nicely.
Yeah, I mean, you should check my bio. It looks like, dude, I did a whole bunch of shit. But
I actually
let's not be fucking stupid. I have done a whole bunch of shit.
I actually just copied yours.
Oh, thanks. thanks. I'm glad I can help you out one more time.
I don't know if that's gonna work out. You know, people are gonna read through it and they're gonna be like, "Wait, man, they did a lot of the same."
You know what my thing says? It says, "I'm black. I'm blackity black to black black. I'm black. I'm black. I'm blackity black to black black." Then they're gonna see yours and like, "Hey, you're a white guy."
They're gonna be like, "Wait a minute, he's not black."
You can't lie on your podcast.
Why not? They can't see me.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm like John Cena. They can't see me.
You're on the photo. You're on the cover photo.
You're on a photo.
Oh, I guess they could assume I was white.
Next up, last but not least, now that is news, and guess what? You are not going to believe this because I don't even believe it. I don't believe it. They sent out this giant fucking photo of some weird orange ring with a black dot. It looks like a glowing orange donut.
It does.
And they're saying this is
like
the first photo.
Isn't that the logo for God of War or something?
Yeah. It's like, oh, first photo of a real black hole. Motherfucker, we've seen black holes on Star Trek.
I've seen a lot of black holes down here. They got pink in the middle, but they're black. And they're holes.
I thought you only dated white women. Anyway.
There's no only. It's the Me Too movement. I can't go only. I don't need them protesting my show and calling me a racist because I only. Yeah. Nah, I'm an equal opportunity employer.
You're an equal opportunity black holer.
I mean, when it comes to fixing your plumbing, forget Roto-Rooter.
You are out of control. So the odd thing about this is now the official name.
Diesel
You
Fresh.
rated in Diesel Fresh.
Plumber.
They want to name this thing Powie. A Hawaiian name called Powie.
One day it's Hawaiian. One day it's called spam. It's a black. I mean, it's an amazing scientific discovery. Name it after some shit you actually like.
Yeah. What
the hell does Powie mean?
I want you to. No, hang on. Before we even get into that, I want you to use that in a sentence. Diesel Fresh gonna give you the Powie.
Man, let it go. I'm already getting complaints about the Diesel Fresh thing.
That
really,
is true.
I'm getting complaints. I mean, motherfuckers are like, so are you guys tired of that gimmick? We ain't changed the theme song yet.
Yeah, no kidding. So the definition of Powie means embellished, dark source of unending creation, which sounds pretty spot on. If we're talking about a black hole.
It sounds like some good ass weed. That's what it sounds like.
He's smoking that Powie. And that is your 5 minutes of funk for this week right here on the Hype.
Five.
Oh man, I need some Powie. You got any of that Powie?
Oh man, I got it. I got Ace and edibles.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even sell no more. I just I'm like Scrooge McDuck. People, I just have a bin of weed. I don't know where it came from.
Got to get me some of that tikka pow pow.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, if I were to, I guess, fold, if you will, and start watching Game of Thrones, what streaming service would I watch it on?
Well, that's a big decision, son. And you know what I'm going to do right here?
Son.
Is I'm going to help you with this. Because my friend here, I loosely call you my friend because I just think you're a bit of an asshole sometimes.
Sometimes?
A lot. But he needs to know what streaming service he should get. So for us, we did the research. So we're going to share this with you. And I'm going to share from my experience because I spend a lot of money on streaming, but shit, can barely pay my car insurance. Don't understand how.
Well, let me set the scene for you. I've had Netflix since the dawn of time. However long Netflix was.
I started with them when they were sending DVDs.
Yeah. So I'm used to paying like $8.99, $9.99 a month. Yeah. I get this notification last week. It says, hey, check it out. We're just going to bump you up to $13.99. No big deal.
Will they give you an email?
Yeah.
How come they don't say it on the screen when you go into Netflix?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really, if you want to get the message across that you're raising my rates, why don't you just put it on the screen? Hey, your rates are going up. Yeah. No, they want to slide it in. Hopefully it goes into your spam.
That's kind of what got me, is I'm like, you don't want to notify me. You want to just come here on the sly, try and up my rates. Like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and fuck about and, not tell you about this. But we'll tell you about this.
Yeah, because you're not going to check your statement.
Right.
It's a couple bucks.
And what's funny about that is I actually just got a new debit card because my bank sent me one randomly. And so the current debit card doesn't work, so I could just let it go.
So I'll tell you about myself. Me and Netflix actually parted that way. I got a new debit card. And, I've gotten new debit cards before.
Right.
No big. It's just what it is. And usually something comes on Netflix, and I'm like, I really need to watch that. Nope, didn't happen. Seriously,
nope, didn't happen.
Seriously, I'll be like, oh, just re-up. Oh, okay, cool. And then I finally got a letter from Netflix saying, hey, we're going to close your account. And I've been with them since,
Let's just say since Flo's been with Progressive.
Probably that long.
Yeah.
Oh, since 08.
Yeah.
Since the Hope and Change.
Yeah.
Since I've been with Netflix since Tiger Woods was actually good at golf.
Since Obama admitted that he did blow when he was a kid, basically. Yeah. So if I were, and I say this reluctantly, if I were to change streaming subscriptions, what do you think? Because I don't want to spend an arm and a leg, but I also want, today's top options.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm fucking with Hulu. Now, you got to be careful on Hulu.
Okay.
Because if you go for the low tier, the $5.99,
yeah,
there will be commercials.
Oh, okay.
See, I upgraded. I got the super size and I got the $11.99. No commercials. Love it because
there's no commercials.
Also, if your show comes on TV, because I'm kind of tired of Netflix original content. Like, I'm not engaged by it. Like, The Defenders kind of fucked me up, where I'm just like, I don't really trust them anymore.
Okay.
I really spent 11 hours watching that, and then got to the last half hour and just said,
ruined lives.
I'm just like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
It's just not good. And you know what? I like Luke Cage. But hey, Luke Cage had about 5 episodes too many last year.
Dude, and Daredevil? Just stop, dude. Just stop.
Oh, well, they cut. Disney took all that stuff. And we'll talk about the Disney service too. But with Hulu, if it comes on TV, except for CBS, because CBS has their own thing. CBS says, hey, if you want to watch CBS shows, you need to pay us $10.99 a month just for CBS.
So many decisions.
But with Hulu, I pay $11.99, and everything that comes on ABC, Fox, and NBC, and a few other channels goes right into Hulu.
Really?
So at 3 a.m., if it comes on some night at 3 a.m., I can go watch it. So if I miss Family Guy and I happen to be up at 3 a.m. on a Monday morning. Bam.
Now, can I go on Hulu? Can I watch the entire seasons of things, or is it like I can only watch so many episodes per season?
They'll have everything.
Really?
Yeah, because
so season 1 all the way to season 5 of whatever show I want.
Yeah, because there's a show I fuck with Superstore, and I'm like, I've been watching it, but then I said, oh, let me go back. Bam, all the seasons were there. And the shit that they do have on Hulu, and this is a game changer. And this is what made me very confident in the decision that I made to choose Hulu. They have all the episodes of King of the Hill.
Damn it, Bobby. Now, so if I wanted to go with like Amazon, is Amazon worth it? I mean, there's a ton of options. Is the problem.
I like messing with Amazon because with Amazon, you're going to get free shipping. It's part of the Prime package.
Really?
So you get all your shipping free. Plus, they give you a whole bunch of content. And they got a whole bunch of movies. Now, they will bait and switch your ass and go, hey, you have to go to available with Prime. Because sometimes you'll go and they'll be like, that movie looks really good.
Yeah.
It'll come up on your feed or on your Prime thing. And you'll click on it and you'll be like, no.
It's like, psych.
$10.99. We'll charge it to your Amazon account because we got all your numbers.
What the fuck? See, I can't deal with that shady shit. I know. And you had what? Showtime?
I still have Showtime. Showtime, I think I pay $10 a month, $10.99 a month, and I only got it because I like Shameless, and I need to cut it off. But that's through my Apple shit. But,
all right, so Showtime's out of there. We're getting rid of Showtime.
Now HBO now, if you want Game of Thrones, that's $14.99. But am I getting anything else besides Game of Thrones if I decided to go that route? You get John Oliver. They got a limited movie selection. It's not HBO. See, they actually know how to make good original content. Like Netflix is like, dude, we're just gonna throw a whole bunch of shit at the wall and see what sticks. Well, Netflix is. I mean, because they got lucky on Stranger Things. Come on. Well, and they got like 700 projects going on right now, and I don't even give a shit about like Netflix originals. Let me get some old seasons of fucking House MD or The Blacklist or something. So here's where you're really gonna have a problem. Okay. Disney bought Fox. We all know that, right? Okay. Disney's putting together their streaming network, which starts in November. It's going to be $6.99. More decisions. And they're going to take a lot of their content off Netflix because now that they own Fox, they own a lot of shit. You remember, like, on Netflix, like the newest Marvel movie, as soon as it's available, it's going to be on there. Yeah. No, not going to work like that anymore because we got our own shit. Jesus. So that's why Daredevil ended. Okay. So Netflix is out. Showtime's down. Netflix is down.
What else do we got? HBO. I'm gonna.
I said like HBO is $14.99, and the content's it's decent. I mean, if you had cable,
okay,
it's the same price as if you had cable.
I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile for right now, because I don't know if I want to spend $14 for a limited content selection like that.
You know what fucks me up is the CBS All Access, $5.99, so I can watch The Big Bang Theory.
That's another show I never really got into.
Yeah, if you want to charge me $5.99 to watch The Big Bang Theory, you can suck my dick.
Now, what
I mean, I don't want to be rude if you're a CBS executive and you may be in the Me Too movement, but that's the only way I could describe how I was feeling about that. I mean, because you're going to make me break a rule, because that's how that feels, to pay $5.99 to have all access to The Big Bang Theory, and I can watch old episodes of The Frickin' Price is Right. I mean, what else is on CBS? What, 60 Minutes?
Yeah. What is on YouTube TV?
Now, YouTube TV,
for?
YouTube TV, DirecTV, and Hulu all have these packages where it's like streaming cable over your internet, where they give you a set amount of channels, and they give you the good channels. Like my cousin Junior has it. Like he has DirecTV now.
Yeah.
He gets 20 channels, and they're all good.
Really?
You know, it's like ESPN, USA, TNT, TBS. I mean, like all the channels that people actually watch.
Oh, okay.
For $50, you get all those.
That's not too shabby.
And then, you know, and I think they have a package where you can add in your HBO and stuff like that.
Really? See,
but the one of the best ways to do it is if you are an Amazon customer or even Apple customer, like your HBO and like your CBS, I mean, your HBO, your Hulu, they'll put all that through your Amazon account. They'll bill. Amazon is more than happy to bill you monthly for somebody else's money. It's like that paper boy coming to collect. Hey, you got that?
What is this Fubu TV? Is this like LL Cool J's?
For us, by us? I don't know. I have not watched Fubu TV.
LL Cool J, are you doing some fucking TV shit now?
I don't know what's up with PlayStation TV, because like every time I want to watch something on Amazon, they're like, it's available on PlayStation TV. So that's where the fucking Transformers win.
So basically, PlayStation View, I actually know what PlayStation View is, because my sister's boyfriend has PlayStation View, and he loves it. Basically, what that does is allow you to access content through, like you were saying, Amazon Prime's happy to just, hey, you can plug everything in through Amazon. PlayStation View is looking to do that as well. So if you have the PSN account, they call it, you can log in and connect it to your Hulu. Basically, it's kind of that all access type of thing for an extra $7 a month.
Hell yeah, we'll collect your Hulu bill for you too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because my Showtime is through Apple, and now I have to cut that off because I was like, what did I charge on iTunes?
Right.
like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. So man, I got a lot of decisions to make. Sounds like, or at least one decision.
You really need to work on that, son.
Thanks, man. I will.
No, but real deal. For me, what I'm currently using, I use Amazon, I use Hulu, and I'll be cutting off my Showtime. But other than that, I do pay for YouTube Premium, which seems a little bit extreme, but those commercials on YouTube are a bitch, and it does make a major difference.
Let me tell you what I want to do. I want to get some fan input here. So if you're listening to our show, give us a call or hit us up on Facebook, 503-776-0167, or facebook.com/The Hype Podcast. Let me know what you think I should get. I'm leaning away from Netflix and leaning away from Showtime.
See,
that's for sure.
And you know the other thing with Netflix is it got my uncle off my goddamn account. That motherfucker had been leeching off me for years. I mean, years. Seriously. No, I'm talking about that motherfucker. I set up a profile on his shit when I moved over here. What was it, 2011?
Yeah.
So for 8 years, that man is not giving me a dime towards that fucking Netflix. Not a red cent. So when my Netflix ran out, it's not like this guy said, hey, you know what? Let me pay that bill for you. You know what I'm saying? Let me just pay that bill for you. You know what? Hey, Netflix isn't working. Because he's just like, oh, fuck it. It doesn't work. Oh, I guess he'll get to it. No, I guess not.
But also, you already know, so it's about that time to go.
Hold on. I don't know why you seem to think you can just run me down. Hey, just because we talked about you and your streaming shit, we still have to get through what I learned today.
What did you learn today?
So this week I learned that buying records is actually fun. To actually purchase music is amazing. You will not know this, millennial or generation Y or generation fuck yourself. You will not know this because I bought records and I brought them home and I got to lay them out on the floor and listen to them. And I felt good paying for my music, because when you actually have to put effort and go somewhere to get music, you appreciate it a lot more. That's why you listen to that stupid ass trap shit, because nobody would leave their house to go pick up some mumble rap. No way, no how. And you know, I work at
nobody will leave their house to pick up mumble rap.
That is real shit. Like, that's why music was better back in the day. Because you know what? If I had to come down to the record store to pick up an album, a CD, a cassette, it better be at least halfway freaking good. But no, when you get it all for free, you're like, oh, we'll just listen to the subpar shit. You're being programmed. You're being programmed. There's subliminal messages in that horrible rap. That's all I have to say. What did you learn today?
You know what I learned today? I actually learned that I miss Hollywood Video. That's what I learned today.
Why did you see Captain Marvel?
Going through all these fucking stream. That was Blockbuster. Nice try. No, I
worked at Hollywood Video.
Just going through all these streaming services, it just makes me miss going to the store, pulling that DVD case back, and the sheer disappointment of like no DVD being behind it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're just there, like you're shit out of luck. Now I can just give you $14 and fucking watch whatever the fuck I want.
Hey, when you pass over one of those red boxes?
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck is going there? Like,
I get all misty eyed when I walk past those. I'm like, the good old days.
Do you not have internet at your house? I mean, what inspires you to walk out your house and go rent a DVD? There are hundreds or thousands of hours of content right available to you, and you know you got a smart TV. They're like $200 at Walmart, and you were going to leave your house to go get a DVD. I'm serious. Like, if you're old, okay, maybe, but I've seen people, you know, of a decent. You've seen this too. You see people of like a I don't know what age. Maybe it is a throwback, like buying vinyl. I don't know what the hell it is. But I have seen people that are not old at a red box picking out selections.
Do you still own a DVD player?
I have an Xbox.
You saw me glancing off into the darkness. I was actually just looking for an old school DVD player up there.
You know what? I don't think I've really ever owned a DVD player.
Oh, dude, I used to have like 3 or 4 of them bitches. I remember when that shit was cool.
Well, they're a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Well, because I didn't have a DVD player. I got my original Xbox, and you had to buy a remote control to make it work. And then I got a 360. And yeah, I don't think I had a...
I remember when laptops came with DVD drives.
Yeah, I remember when laptops came with a lot.
Yeah.
I remember when MacBooks were cool. On that note,
we better get the fuck out of here, because we are dating ourselves for sure.
Yeah, because Steve Jobs might show up.
Don't forget to check out our friends over there at Fortress Property Management. That's fortresspropertymgmt.com, or hit them up 503-752-8519 for all your property management needs. And check out thehypepodcast.com. Yeah, don't forget about us.
We don't do shit on there, but I mean, if you need to direct your friends to where to find...
There's 2 handsome gentlemen staring right back at you. If you
need to direct your friends on where to find our podcast, it's probably the best place to go. But we are available on Spotify,
iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn. Rate us 5 stars, like, and subscribe. Make us easy to find.
We're on Google Play.
We are on Google Play.
Because if Diesel needs to get some play, it's on Google. I can't believe this motherfucker asked what kind of gas Diesel Fresh gets.
Well, it's kind of in the name. I was just,
what are you allergic to? I'm allergic to motherfuckers asking me dumb questions. That's what you get. Man, what a waste of time. When I get the Diesel Fresh, you got to ask me, how do I lay him down? How do I lay that pipe? Because Diesel Fresh is a plumber. Call me, because I would love to rotor your rooter, baby. Give him the number to the hype line one more time.
503-776-0167.
Thank you for participating. Thank you for listening this late. Thank you for staying up late just to hear a little bit more of this Diesel Fresh. We love you. We out of here.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.